Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video, I wanted to share with you some of the things that I think might help you if you are looking to apply and study your Masters of Architecture. I get a lot of comments and questions from students asking me what's the best university and what should I look out for before studying my Masters. So I'm going to try and answer those in this video. The first thing that I think you should look out for or kind of like think about is whether or not you actually want to do your Masters. I think we all go through undergraduate and maybe work out a year in practice, but don't actually feel that architecture is the right industry for us. So if you are feeling this way, maybe studying your Masters isn't it. The great thing, however, about architecture is that it can act as a stepping stone and you actually build up a lot of different skills that can serve you well in other industries. So you might look into stuff like interior design, graphic design, product design, photography, or anything that suits your fancy. So I would say just take the time to really think about whether this is something you want to pursue. Don't just go at it if you are looking to kind of like have a boost in salary and get that Part 2 job title, because I think you actually need to either do your Part 2 if you're looking to kind of further your creative knowledge, or actually down the line do your Part 3 and get qualified. If you do have those kind of things in mind and as a goal, then I think that will keep you motivated throughout your Masters. My second point is to really choose something that challenges you. Now, I know for most people like myself, going back to the university that you studied your undergraduate at can be a really comfortable option. I personally, however, found both the kind of courses quite different, so that was great, and I got a very different experience as a whole. So if you are looking to kind of like switch universities or look at a different course, then actually choose something that really pushes you, because I think the whole point of Masters is that it's supposed to let you unlock all those creative kind of fuels that you have, and basically just kind of like see what you're interested in within the industry too. My third point would be that Masters is really difficult and vigorous. There is no hiding behind it. Of course, there are methods and things that you can do throughout the year to kind of like help you stay productive, stay on top of things. But at the end of the day, there is not going to be any hand-holding, and I find that it's a very like independent course as compared to your undergraduate. So just bear this in mind, that you will have to kind of like pursue your own passions and craft your own projects throughout the years. So if that seems like something you might not want to do, then that's totally fine. Of course, you will have modules where they're going to teach you software, or where you'll have maybe group projects. But again, you kind of need to do your research on what exactly you're looking for and figure this out. So when it comes to doing research, I would say look into the different units and studios that Masters courses have. In London, for example, it's very kind of industry based, where you're taught by an architect who might have their own practice or work at a very large firm. And so most of these names you might have already seen or know about. And therefore, each of the units' kind of like teaching styles are also very personalized to whoever's teaching there. So you might want to look into whatever your interests are related with, such as like sustainable design, whether it's parametricism or computational design, or whether it's like model making, or you just want to kind of like have a kind of project built around a certain world or something. So again, do your research beforehand, and you can do this by speaking to existing students who are currently studying there. Make sure to ask them like what they like and what they don't like about the course, and that way you'll kind of get a clearer picture of what it's structured like and what you'll be doing on a day-to-day basis. My last point would be to be prepared for intense technology and thesis modules. So I think the technology module was like the hardest thing I've ever done in my architectural studies. So you do have to kind of like treat it as a big project. It goes on for a few months. Of course, this varies depending on what university you go to, but I think just kind of like being prepared, being kind of like open to doing research and asking questions is really crucial. And then for your thesis topic, I think having some kind of vague direction in mind is really helpful. I would say keep it really personal to you in order to figure out a topic. And again, if writing is not your thing, then maybe you don't actually want to do your Masters in Architecture, and that's totally fine too. If you are struggling to pick a topic, I do have a video on this channel showing you exactly the process I went through and how I ended up picking a really good topic where I was able to write about something that I was really excited about. So I think basically, to kind of like recap the whole video, you really just have to think about whether this is right for you, whether you have the kind of like energy, like emotionally and physically, to kind of go through your Masters and stay motivated throughout. And then also just do your research, speak to people, get a feel for what the structure is like, what the modules are like, submissions, etc. and so on. And yeah, that's kind of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please do leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram where I post daily content, and also good luck if you are preparing to study your Masters in Architecture. I will see you guys in the next one.